Welcome to the Good Old Days of Radio Show. This is your host, John Tefteller. It is Tuesday, and we are in the middle of a tribute to the legendary actor Jimmy Stewart. Since Tuesdays are normally comedy days, we have a kind of a light-hearted Jimmy Stewart appearance this time. He is Bing Crosby's guest on Philco Radio Time. Now, we haven't really featured Bing Crosby yet on this show. I think we may have had a few shows that he appeared in, but I don't think we've ever played a specific Bing Crosby show. Bing Crosby was responsible for bringing recording tape to the United States of America from Germany in about 1946 or 47, and his radio program was one of the very first, if not the first, to use pre-recorded tape instead of transcription disc. Although, for Philco Radio Time, which is what we're going to hear today, they released them on transcription disc. Even though they were recorded on tape, they released them on transcription disc, and I have quite a number of those in the archives. This particular one is from March 10th, 1948, again sponsored by Philco Radio, so they called it Philco Radio Time. And the guest is Jimmy Stewart, who in the latter half of the program is actually going to sing a song for you. I don't know if Bing sings with him or he does it by himself, but we'll find out together when we hear it. So from March 10th, 1948 and the ABC network, here's Bing with guest Jimmy Stewart.
This is a grim moment, I want to tell you right now. When the blue of the night meets the gold of the day, someone waits for me.
This is Ken Carpenter welcoming you to Philco Radio Time, produced and transcribed in Hollywood with John Scott Trotter and his orchestra, the Rhythmaires, and Bing's guest, Jimmy Stewart. Now, with baseball's hot stove league already perusing the reports from the spring training camps, we bring you the chief masseur of the Pittsburgh Pirates, Bing Crosby.
Ken, haven't you heard?
No, what?
I don't rub down the Pittsburgh team anymore. I've been promoted.
Really?
Yeah, I'm scouting for the team.
Oh, you go out in the sticks to look for new players, huh?
No, I go out in the woods and field trees, see if they make good bats. You'll get that good, tough balsam.
Yes, well, that's quite a job, a tree feeler.
Yes, and if I make good next year, they're going to let me go out and field cows, see if they'll make good catcher's mitts.
Bing, for the moment, getting...
The band's ahead of us.
They really are. We'll make them wait, though. For the moment, getting back to those trees, how can you tell if one will make a good bat?
Ken, I never could do it alone.
No.
But I've got two very talented woodpeckers working with me, and they tap.
Well, good luck to you, Bing, and I hope next year you're promoted to cows.
Thank you.
By the way, here it comes.
Yes. Stand by, band.
Yeah, stand by. What part of a cow do they make baseball gloves out of?
The part with the built-in fingers, of course. And now, Ken, let's drop this baseball chatter while I join the Rhythmaires and John Scott Trotter in a bouncy bit of musical real estate titled 160 Acres. Come, children. I got 160 acres in the valley. I've got 160 acres of the best. Got a coal stove there that'll cook 3 square, and a bunk where I can lay me down to rest.
Up at dawn to greet the sun, I've forgotten what a care or worry means. Head for home when day is done, and the pocket money's jingling in my jeans.
I've got 160 acres full of sunshine. I've got 160 million stars above. Got an old paint horse, I'm the guy what's boss on the 160 acres that I love.
I've got 160 acres in a valley.
Use kids is loaded.
I've got 160 acres of the best.
Who holds the mortgage?
Got a coal stove there that'll cook 3 square, and a bunk where I can lay me down to rest.
Up at dawn, to see the sun.
Hiya, son.
I've forgotten what a care or worry means. Head for home.
I'm going home.
When day is done.
The sun is gone.
And the pocket money's a-jingling in my jeans. I got 160 acres full of sunshine. I got 160 million stars above me. Got an old paint horse. I'm the guy who's boss on the 160 acres that I love. On the 160 acres that I love.
Very entertaining, Bing with the Mares. A lot of work, too. 160 acres sure is a lot of land.
A lot.
Sure.
Oh, up in Nevada, 160 acres is just a little mud on your boots.
Well, I know, but down here in Southern California, that makes a pretty big ranch. I'd get lonesome on a place that big.
You wouldn't be lonesome if you carried a Philco portable while you were plowing the South 40.
You're so right, Bing. A Philco
Naturally.
portable is great company anywhere.
Yes, sir.
Not only that, but Philco is a great company.
Oh, you're just saying that so we'll work steady. I know. I'm with you.
No, I'm...
Keep talking. I like it.
Don't worry, Bing, I will.
You're a grand boy.
Well, folks, Philco is bringing out some brand new portable radios. They not only give you powerhouse performance wherever you travel this spring, but they're plenty stylish, too. Smart sets with a smart set. Lightweight and compact, their slick new plastic cabinets come in your choice of 4 different colors. They're real eye catchers, and so is their price. Genuine Philco quality at sensationally low cost. If you're a full-time gadabout, get the new battery model. You stay-at-homes will go for the 3-way jobs that play on battery, AC, or DC. But indoors or out, any of these new Philco plastic portables gives you championship performance in colorful, streamlined styles. They're tops for your money in portable radios from Philco, the leader.
One of the late, great Walter Donaldson's finest songs was in the musical show Whoopee. Ruth Edding did it great. Love me or leave me, or let me be lonely. You won't believe me, and I love you only. I'd rather be lonely than happy with somebody else. You might find the night time, right time for kissing. Night time is my time for just reminiscing, regretting instead of forgetting with somebody else. There'll be no one unless that someone is you. I intend to be so independently blue. I want your love, but I don't want to borrow, to have it today and to give back tomorrow. For my love is your love, there's no love for nobody else. For my love is your love, I'm happy with nobody else. Tonight's guest towel has been hung on the rack for the exclusive use of a gangling young man who's a flicker favorite with many successful starring roles to his credit. The bashful bachelor of Beverly Hills, Jimmy Stewart. Hi, Jimmy.
Howdy, Bang.
Hey, Jim. Just by way of prying into your personal affairs, tell me, how is it you've managed to remain a bachelor all these years?
Is this the Crosby program or Luella Parsons?
No, I'm interested. I really am, Jimmy. How have you stayed single?
Well, I guess it's because even though I talk sort of slow, I'm very fast on my feet.
That explains it, then. I saw you at a party the other day surrounded by beautiful girls, and you were wearing track shoes.
Yes, I gotta have them for a speedy getaway.
Naturally.
Of course, I never spike the girls. Unless I'm cornered, of course.
Well, do you wear these spike shoes all the time, Jim?
Oh, sure. The other night I was thrown out of the Macombo for scratching up the dance floor. And the cigarette girl.
Well, even though I realize that you're one of the few bachelors left in Hollywood, aren't you a little more jittery than usual?
Well, you'd be jittery, too, Bing. This is leap year.
Oh, yes. 366 Sadie Hawkins days.
You're married, aren't you, Bing?
Very.
Well, I might consider marriage if somebody could give me one good reason.
Oh, I've got 4. Oh, I forgot Dixie. 5.
Now, there's something I haven't thought much about, Bing. Kids. Gee, I'm crazy about kids.
Then get busy. I want that third cornet player with us all the time. He laughs more than Milton Berle's mother.
You know, Bing, I really would like to settle down, take life easy, and raise a lot of children.
I'll make up your mind, Jimmy. You want to take it easy or raise kids? They're different. Different categories entirely.
They are.
Sure.
I thought in marriage the wife takes care of the baby.
That's a fallacy, James. Why, in my day, I've swallowed more safety pins than a busy dressmaker, and I include Ori, Kelly, any of the big boys around.
Is that
yes.
right?
But I'll say one thing for Dixie. Every time I swallowed a pin, she was right there with the magnet.
You know, sometimes I wish I wasn't so darn bashful around women.
They really upset you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be darned.
Yes, it does.
Jimmy, I've seen you in your new picture, that Northside 777. You managed to overcome your embarrassment long enough to kiss that girl. If you can kiss a gal in the movies, why can't you do it with a gal at home?
Oh, well, it's a little dangerous, Bang. At home, I don't have a director around to yell, cut. You know?
Yes. Some of them do hang on, as I recall.
Even in those days.
Yeah. You're just bashful with the fair sex, huh, Jim?
It's hereditary, I guess, Bang. My father was the same way. He was so bashful that when he was courting my mother back in the horse and buggy days, Mother used to ride in the buggy and Dad rode up with the horses.
Oh, my brother, Everett, he did something like that when he was courting up in Spokane.
What's that, Bang?
Well, he couldn't afford horses, so he wouldn't date any girl who wasn't strong enough to pull the buggy.
Everett's a big, strong fella. Why would he let a girl pull the buggy?
Well, he likes to drive.
Oh,
But he was very gallant. He never used a whip.
well, if you get a girl that's willing, you don't really need one.
Well, getting back to your dad, Jim, you say he was more bashful than you?
Oh, I guess it's about a toss-up, Bang.
Sort of a shy tie, huh?
Yeah. I won't take a girl to the movies unless the theater's crowded.
Why a crowded theater?
Well, so we don't have to sit together. Of course, that runs into money.
Runs into money, huh? What do you mean?
2 separate bags of popcorn every time.
Well, you ought to sit with your girl at the movies, and besides just one sack of popcorn, that's a lot more fun.
It is?
Sure, you see, as soon as your girl reaches in the sack for some corn, you sneak in there with her and you hold hands. Yeah.
You used to do that, Bang?
Sure, save plenty of loot that way, Jim. Sack of popcorn lasts me 3 or 4 months.
Well, I don't see how 2 people can get their hands into one little sack of popcorn at the same time.
Well, it's tricky, but after you get a little butter on your hands, they slip in the sack.
have been okay for you, Bing, but when I go to a movie, I'm there to eat popcorn. I'm not for squeezing any salty fingers.
Oh, yeah, but you don't eat popcorn during your own pictures.
Bing, without popcorn, my pictures are nothing.
Well, move over, friend. I don't understand how you ever escaped marriage, track shoes or not. You know what you need, Jim? You need a girl who's shy and retiring, just like you are.
Well, my type doesn't interest me. You know, Bing, women are getting bolder and bolder every year.
I wouldn't know. I don't get out of the house much.
Oh, you don't? You just take my word for it. They've really got a lot of nerve. I just look at those ankle-length dresses they're wearing now.
You think it takes nerve to wear one of those, huh?
Well, would you wear one?
Oh, yeah, but I'll wear anything.
Oh. I know, when it comes to clothes, Bing, you sure are brave.
Well, it's sheer madness, not bravery.
Really?
And, Jimmy, if you'd adopt a more reckless attitude toward women, you'd be better off.
You really think so?
Positive. You ought to get married, Jim. Gee, at night when you come home, there'll be somebody at the door to throw her arms around you and shower you with affection.
Yeah, that's if I come home on time, of course.
This boy knows.
Sure, my parents were married, you know, Bing. I really don't need a wife. When I come home, I just like to sit by the fire all by myself and smoke.
Well, you ought to have a wife to bring you your pipe and tobacco.
Oh, I don't use tobacco.
Well, then how do you smoke?
Well, I'm absent-minded, so I always get a little too close to the fire.
There you are. That wouldn't happen if you had a woman around.
You know, it wouldn't happen if I had a screen in front of the fireplace.
I better get a wife to watch over you, I guess.
No, don't bother, Bang. It's nearly spring, and I won't be using the fireplace much.
I insist, Jimmy. I'm going to get you married, I swear, if it's the last thing I do.
Why don't you lay off?
A guy like
Bing?
you ought to be married. Now, let me see. What girl would I pick for you?
No, never mind, Bang.
Let's see. Eddie Cantor's got some daughters left over.
Cantor always has daughters left over.
Now, you don't worry. I'll find a nice gal for you, Jimmy.
What do you mean, don't worry? This whole thing's terrifying.
Nonsense, Jimmy. There's nothing to it. I'll show you how easy it is to get married.
Well, just a minute.
Don't be
Bang. Now,
difficult. Just to get you ready, we'll act the whole thing out. To make things easy for you, I'll be the groom, and I'll let you be the bride.
Oh, just take it easy. Take it easy. I know less about being the bride than I do about being the groom.
Just pretend you're a girl and do what comes naturally. Now, pay close attention. Jim, Mr. Carpenter, will you take charge?
Well, gladly, Bing. I do love a wedding.
Me too.
I love a parade.
All right, after the wedding, we'll have a parade. Now, stand still and stop fidgeting. You're the bride.
And so, Harry and Jim Ima were married.
Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I'm very happy, darling.
Me too, sweetheart. Come on, let's jump on the train.
And so our happy honeymooners take the train to Buffalo, New York. Niagara Falls.
Boo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, Jemima, darling, look at the falls. Aren't they beautiful? Stand over there. I want to take a snapshot of you.
Let's check into the hotel.
Fellas at the office gave me this peachy Kodak at my bachelor dinner, and if I don't bring back lots of snaps, they'll think I just didn't want to take pictures.
Well, the girls in my office gave me a beautiful negligee to wear, and I'm dying to try it on.
I know. I know. You run up to the room and put it on, then come back and I'll take some pictures of it.
Let's check into the hotel, Harry.
Okay. Hello, room clerk. My name is Harry Crosby, and this is my bride.
Oh, he's lovely.
Yes, we were just married.
So I noticed the bride still has track shoes on.
Hey, look, this isn't helping any, Bing. No, I'm not learning anything more about marriage.
Now, I tell you what, let's do. We'll start the whole thing over, and inasmuch as I'm going to see to it that you wind up as a groom this year, you'll be the husband, and I'll be the wife.
All right. Here, you put on this veil.
Carpenter, reset the scene.
And so Jimmy married Harriet.
I'm so happy, sweetheart.
I'm scared to death. Stop wiping your nose with your veil, sweetie.
Sorry. Come on, Jimmy, let's jump on the train.
And so the little bride carried her struggling husband aboard the train to Buffalo, New York.
We took a milk train this time.
Boo-hoo, boo-hoo.
Oh, stop crying. I'm the bride. Come on, let's check in the hotel.
Stop dragging me.
Well, newlyweds.
Yes. I'm Mr. Stewart, and this is my bride, Miss Harriet Crosby.
Darling, we're married now.
Oh, pardon me. Oh, Mrs. Harriet Crosby.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
We like an outside. We like an outside.
With lemon.
We like an outside room so we can take snapshots.
Now, just a minute. Weren't you two here before?
Yes, but I was the bride then.
Well, let's try this whole thing once again, and I'll be the bride.
Not very enlightening. It still doesn't sway me. I'm going to stay single.
Now, don't be too sure. Your spikes may fail you. You're liable to run into a gal who's got track shoes on herself.
If I do, I'll resort to my ace in the hole.
Oh, you're holding out on me?
Yeah, when I was in the Army, I learned the best defense is an offense.
What have you got?
Surefire offense. I sing.
Your singing is an offense?
When I sing, it's as offensive as you can get.
Well, what song do you do? Something romantic, I trust.
No, I've got a special number that frightens women so much that they never come near me again. It's a sort of a vocal DDT.
Don't get any on me, Jimmy, but let's hear it, huh?
Now I'm a wolf of Wolf Creek Pass. I'm just as smooth as silk and just as sharp as glass. I got a Cadillac coupe with a built-in bar, a 40-tube radio equipped with radar. The upholstery is made of nylon and the top is silk. You press a button on the dashboard and out pops malted milk. Ow! Ow! I'm the only guy who really cooks with gas. Just call me the wolf of Wolf Creek Pass. Now I'm a wolf. You can't deny I'm just as slick as a weasel and just as sly. I got a voice like Sinatra, but there's much more appeal. When I sing, they scream, not squeal. Now, I'm sick of all this raving about the voice, when there's no doubt that I'm the lady's choice. Ow! Ow! I'm the only guy who really cooks with gas. Just call me the wolf of Wolf Creek Pass. Now, I'm a wolf, but I got charms. When I start to burn, I'm a four-alarm. I'm tall like Gary Cooper, and I got muscles to boot. I even look like Walter Pigeon in a $13 suit. I got a call from Ingrid Bergman, and that's true, I swear. Can I help it if I'm so handsome and debonair? Ow! Ow! I'm the only guy who really cooks with gas. Just call me the wolf of Wolf Creek Pass. Now I'm the wolf of world renown. I'll be the best till the best comes round. I got a brand new whistle that's guaranteed to make the gals come running in a small stampede. Now, if you'll listen very closely, you'll see how they fall. It's a combination whistle with a real wolf call. Ow! 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 I'm the only guy who really cooks with gas on all four burners. Just call me the wolf of Wolf Creek Pass. Really great.
Really great. They ought to work out fine, too, because once the girls get to thinking you're a wolf, they run for cover every time.
I certainly hope so, Bing. Just those few minutes we spent at Niagara Falls made a wreck out of me, you know?
I still think you ought to get married, Jim.
Well, if I do, Bing, I'll have it transcribed for release at my convenience.
Well, when you pick the girl and the date, Jimmy, give me a call, will you? Because I'm doing a little outside singing these days. I'm available for weddings, barbershop quartets, barbecues, and bar mitzvahs.
And, Jimmy, be sure and let me know if you're going to take the big step.
What for, Ken?
Well, I want to send you a wedding present, a nice Philco console.
Oh, for free?
Certainly.
Oh, this man gives things away.
Bing, Philco's giving everybody a bonus these days. Plenty of record storage space in those new Philco consoles. And you're really in the business for easy listening anytime you stack a pile of records on Philco's super smooth automatic changer. These slick Philco radio phonographs give you the works for jiving, dancing, or long hair sessions. A solid half hour to clip. And thanks to the research program of the Philco laboratories, you're as good as right there under the bandstand or down front in the concert hall without budging from your chair. You get brilliant on-the-spot performance, tone that sends you out of this world. And you can kiss the noise goodbye with Philco's sensational electronic scratch eliminator. No hiss, no screech, no scratch. It automatically tunes out surface noise and needle scratch, leaving you the music against a background of blissful silence. Philco research is like that, always out front for easier listening at the lowest possible cost to you. And it all pays off in more for your money, the top radio value at every price from the world's largest radio manufacturer, Philco, famous for quality the world over.
From The Road to Rio, a Paramount picture which features an old aunt of mine, we bring you now the ballad. Love is funny, or it's sad, or it's quiet, or it's mad. It's a good thing, or it's bad, but beautiful. Beautiful to take a chance, and if you fall, you fall. And I'm thinking I wouldn't mind at all. Love is tearful, or it's gay. It's a problem, or it's play. It's a heartache either way, but beautiful. And I'm thinking, if you were mine, I'd never let you go. And that would be but beautiful, I know. And I'm thinking, if you were mine, I'd never let you go. And that would be but beautiful, I know.
Well, that about wraps it up for ce soir, but I want to say it's been jolly. Many thanks to Jimmy Stewart for coming over tonight. If He was stubborn but charming.
Oh, Bing, I'm sorry if I was stubborn, but you know the old saying, once bitten, twice shy. You know?
Jimmy, you've been married before?
Oh, gosh, no, nothing like that. But you see, Bing, I proposed to a girl, and she turned me down.
She turned you down.
Yeah, broke my heart.
Oh, I didn't know that, Jimmy. I'm sorry. When did this girl spurn you?
I was in the 4th grade.
4th grade. Oh, well, Jim, you should have pulled out of that by now. She was just a kid.
Kid, nothing. She was in the 8th grade.
One of those older girls. Well, no matter what happens, Jim, good luck.
Thanks, Bing. Thanks very much. Say, who's your guest next week?
Miss Margaret O'Brien.
Margaret O'Brien. Say, she's real cute.
Yes, she sure is. We're going to do a big St. Patrick's Day program.
Be sure and catch it. Good night, Bing.
Good night, Jimmy. Good night, folks, and thank you very much.
This program was produced and transcribed in Hollywood by Bill Morrow and Myrtle McKenzie. Tune in to Philco Radio Time next week and hear Bing Crosby, John Scott Trotter and his orchestra, the Rhythmaires, and Bing's guest, Margaret O'Brien. And keep your eye on your Philco dealer now for the newest thing in radio from Philco, the leader.
Okay, Bing Crosby with Jimmy Stewart from March 10th, 1948. And yeah, Jimmy Stewart sang. Interesting. Crosby was a force of nature for many decades. His career began in the 20s, and he continued on until he died, I believe, in the late 70s. And he was one of those people that just... when he was under contract to Decca, which was most of his major career years, they would basically just lock him in the studio and hand him songs to sing 7 and 8 hours a day. And they would just record all this stuff, and whatever they thought worked, they would put out. And I think they put out more records on Bing Crosby than most any other person from that time period. Just decade after decade of hundreds and hundreds of recordings released by Bing. Not all good, but his voice was so good that they just kept him singing. Sing this, sing that. That song at the beginning, 160 Acres. Never heard of that before, and I think that somebody just handed him that and said, hey, sing this, and he did. Yeah, so Bing Crosby, the man would sing just about anything. And now, some decades later, you can go to almost any thrift shop or antique store or whatever, anywhere across the country, and you can find a stack of records, and chances are pretty darn good there'll be some Bing Crosby in there. His recording of White Christmas is, I think, still the #1 best-selling record of all time, first recorded in 1942, and continues to sell and sell and sell and sell. Anyway, that's Bing Crosby. So you either get him or you don't. Some people love to listen to him, and some people think, oh, more Bing Crosby. So I'll leave that to you. But when he has good guests on like Jimmy Stewart, it's always fun featuring them here on the Good Old Days of Radio Show. Okay, more Jimmy Stewart not next week, more Jimmy Stewart on Thursday. We have, let's see, what do we have? Cavalcade of America with Jimmy Stewart. Okay. That should be interesting. Cavalcade America always had some good shows. So we'll be back on Thursday with that. And then next Tuesday, one more comedy show, Jimmy Stewart with Jack Benny. So until then, this is John Tefteller and the Good Old Days of Radio Show. We will see you on Thursday.